We're going to call the regular scheduled October council meeting to order. Well, welcome all of our visitors and everyone that has joined us on tonight. We'll open up with our prayer, followed by our pledge. If Mr. Woods, if you would lead us in prayer, we'll follow up.
Our Father in heaven, again, Master, we thank you so much for all of your many blessings. God, thank you for allowing us this opportunity to come together for city business. Thank you for our mayor. Thank you for all of these council. Thank you for all of these department heads. Again, oh God, we just ask now for your blessing on tonight. This we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Carabelle is out of town on vacation, so Ms. Charity is sitting in for her on tonight. So if you would call the roll, please.
Councilman Brown? Here. Councilman Golden? Here. Councilman Lau? Here. Councilman McKinney?
Here.
Councilwoman Miller? Councilwoman Ray? Here. Councilman Williams? Councilman Wood?
All right, our attorney, he emailed me earlier, said he got tied up with case court that he wasn't able to make it, but we needed anything, of course, we could talk about it and reach out to him. So, all right, we'll move with the approval of our minutes from the September meeting. Are there any changes or corrections to those minutes? If not, is there a motion for those to be accepted as presented? Motion by Mr. Wood, second by Mr. Williams. If you would, cast your votes. Pointed at Mick. Mick, not me, Mick. Just moving around. Motion carried. All right, start with my report. We were speaking about it before we started. GovCon will be next week, so I think we got all the reservations and stuff that everybody that's going. If anybody would like to ride with me or want a carpool, just reach out to me and let me know, and we can work that out. Excited to have everybody that's able to go with us to Governor's Conference in Knoxville next week. The Bolivar Barbecue Blowout, that's always a mouthful. I just say the barbecue competition. Barbecue Festival is scheduled for the 25th and the 26th, the last weekend in this month. We also will have, along with the barbecue competition, with the pro teams and the backyard teams, we also have the carnival again this year, as well as the music festival. So excited about that. Looking forward to everybody coming out, and I want to personally invite you guys to the luncheon at 12 o'clock that Friday. So if y'all are able to come join us on that, we would appreciate it. But encourage the citizens, everybody to come out all throughout that weekend. Looking forward to having another good weekend in Bolivar. So on that, next week, the 11th, we'll be closed on observation of Veterans Day. So we need to reschedule the meeting. We originally had that council meeting set. That is the second Monday. So if it's okay, would November 18th work for everyone, or a majority of everyone? That's the Monday following the 11th. Was that same time, 6 o'clock? The 18th? Yes, works for, okay, so we will schedule that council meeting for the 18th. That's good. When's your birthday?
A couple days later.
We'll be sure to be out of here so we don't have to get you anything.
We're going to be gone for years.
All right, so that's, we have that on the 18th. Got a proclamation here. Recognizing and commemorating the 79th anniversary of National Disability Employment Awareness Month. Whereas October 2024 marks the 79th anniversary of National Disability Employment Awareness Month, and whereas the purpose of National Disability Employment Awareness Month is to educate about disability employment issues and celebrate the many and varied contributions of America's workers with disabilities. And whereas workplaces welcoming the tenants of all people, including people with disabilities, are a critical part of our efforts to build an inclusive community and strong economy, activities during this month affirm that the City of Bolivar is committed to increasing access to good jobs for all workers, including disabled workers. And whereas that the City of Bolivar, Tennessee recognizes and commemorates the 79th anniversary, and whereas the City of Bolivar pledges to continue to take steps throughout the year to recruit, hire, retain, and advance individuals with disabilities and work to pursue the goals of opportunity, full participation, economic self-sufficiency, and the independent living for people with disabilities. We challenge others within our community to do the same. And now, therefore, I, Julian A. McTizick, Sr., Mayor of the City of Bolivar, do hereby proclaim October as National Disability Employment Awareness Month to raise public awareness of disability employment, and witness whereof I hereunto set my hand and cause to be affixed the seal of the City of Bolivar on the 7th day of October 2024. I don't know if Harry, there he is. Come here, Harry. I want y'all to meet a special, special guy. And I know if anybody from MHSD, y'all want to come up with them. Harry been working with the City of Bolivar for about, a month or two? And Harry is cleaning up around here, sweeping and mopping and doing everything. If you don't move, he will mop right over your feet. So Harry's been a great addition to the city. He's a part of the family now. I'm about to teach him how to be a government worker. He asking for more work. He came in and said he was finished with his tasks, and I said, you ain't been around the rest of the city employees long enough to know you don't ask for extra work. But I fell in love with Harry, and I encourage all the business owners, everybody in the city, if you guys have an opportunity to hire, we partner with MHDS, and I'll open the floor to y'all if you guys want to say anything. But I want to just give this proclamation to Harry. And Harry, I got a hat for you and a coin, and I left it on my desk, so I'm going to get it for you tomorrow, okay? All right, thank you so much. Come in here. We're going to take a picture together. You take a picture with it? You sure? Yeah. Come on. Here, this is yours. You stand in the middle. I'll let you hold it.
You ready? 1, 2, 3. I think there's a few more folks on the table.
Well, you got all the rides. You want to say anything? He said thank you. Would you like to address the council?
I just want to thank the council in supporting National Disability Employment Awareness Month and getting the word out there and supporting MHDS. Thank you so much.
On October 22nd, here at 11, is 11 or 11:30? We'll say at 11, so everybody be on time. At 11 o'clock, we're going to have a luncheon that we're sponsoring with MHDS over in the community room. And Mayor Pulse and a couple other business owners and stuff will be joining us. So
What's the date?
the 22nd. I think you RSVP, you'll be there.
Some of us have to work until then.
Well, you weren't saying you was coming. Well, if you don't have to work, everybody that don't have to work, y'all come eat.
I'll say, you know what?
It's at 11:30 at 11 over in the community room on the 22nd. So if anybody want to join us for that luncheon, we'd love for you guys to come and be a part. All right, is there anyone on public comments? All right, that concludes my report in the public comments. We'll move to the standing committee reports. Start with electric. BA did not meet in the regular month, for their regular monthly meeting. So there's no report for them. On the utility department, we'll move on to Mr. Knuckles.
Good evening, Council, Mayor. Utility Board met October 7th and discussed the following. We've received our new camera, the sewer camera, and it's been working good for us. We also received our 5-year NPDES permit on the lagoon. That's our every 5 years to discharge it in the Hatchie River. That's a big accomplishment. A lot of stuff to go through on that. And bids for the ARP grant, where we're going to replace the water lines over here in Tate Road, Paula, Wright Street, Union, Summer Fisher. We, got the bids on that October 3rd. Awarded it to D&E out of East Tennessee. Got the bid. And the gas prices are 65 cents for the month of October.
How many months have they been 65 cents? Last couple of
Lord,
months.
it's been like that for
Been a while, eh?
probably over 18 to 24.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
it's
good.
really,
That's
When it
good.
went up, the utility board voted to absorb that increase.
yeah, I think that was probably when Cliff was here when they
Yeah.
did that.
Okay,
But
I was just
it's-
thinking that's good. then.
Yeah, and hopefully it'll continue that way
Right.
this coming
Correct.
winter.
Correct.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Knuckles. Chief Price, and while he's coming, I know, a couple of you guys, there was a electric outage about a month or so, well, not even a month, a couple of weeks ago. Caroline called me at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was asleep, I didn't know my power was off, I don't know what she was doing up at 3. To know her power was off, but I just commend, Jim and his guys, they hit a gas line, car hit a power, a light pole, and when I talked to Tony, he said that was probably the worst pole in Bolivar they could have hit. It knocked out quite a bit, and when they got ready to put the pole back, the importance of calling 811 before you dig, they learned that and hit a gas line, and I'll just say, thank God that nothing bad happened and nobody was seriously injured. But I also let you know, he announced the code red, I think a day before that happened. And I'm sorry, I told Caroline, a couple others called too. The reason we didn't put a notification out, because we had literally just got it all set up the day before, so we gotta get used to being able to use that system. That was a great test, that we did not pass, but hopefully on the next one, like, Jim don't think anything, most of these guys are not thinking anything about making a notification. 911 was down, Mike was up here, everybody, so, yeah, so we got a system that we think don't work, so we'll see what happens, all right? Chief, go ahead.
Mayor, I've learned out of that power outage to get dressed in the dark.
So, why you didn't call in like everybody else did?
I know what gonna come on.
All right, go ahead, Chief.
Good evening, everyone. My report, fire call, total fire call, we had 22, had 11 in the city, 11 in the county. Training hours, 227, smoke alarm installed, 5, fire code inspection, 15, public relation, 4. October the 15th, we will be starting running EMR. That's the Emergency Medical Response. We will start doing that. We hadn't been doing that, but we'll start that program October the 15th. That's where we go in. They'll page us out when somebody needs medical assistance, and we'll go into the ambulance, get there. That's called EMR. Next Tuesday, the next Tuesday is the 15th. This Saturday, we will be going door to door, doing our smoke alarm installment, going to the residents, seeing if people have smoke alarms. So we're gonna start that this Saturday. We're going to be going door to door. I think we're gonna be in Ridgeway, Cliff Street area over there. I think close to your house, Mayor, over there. So we'll be going door to door that neighborhood, putting up smoke alarm.
All right,
That's
thank you,
my
Chief.
report.
All right, Chief.
Next is Police, Chief Jones.
Good evening.
Hey,
Y'all gonna see my lovely face for a while today. I got a lot of stuff I gotta tell you. First calls of service, 629, citations, 185. We had 20 accidents, 3 were injuries, 17 property damage, 34 arrests, 3 were juveniles, 31 adults. Special events, we had 11 saturations and 91 hours of training. Can I have Councilman McKinney and the mayor come down here, please?
Oh, you finna do them awards.
About last month, we had a bunch of overdoses, and luckily, the officers brought everybody back by doing CPR and Narcan. Once again, I'm stealing the award from the Fire Department Lifesavers Award. I have about 10 to have to give out because we have so many different incidences that happen in a month's time. Some of the officers couldn't make it because I didn't tell them until this morning. Can't keep secrets with police. These go back all the way to June, where they either gave CPR, bringing somebody back, or they gave them Narcan to bring them back from, where they were in critical care from narcotics. Luckily, all of them that here survived. Let's see who all's here. Because a lot of them couldn't make it. Can I?
Peter, these not.
I told this gentleman he wasn't gonna get one because he no longer worked for me, but they wouldn't let me do that. So we're gonna start off with Jonathan Luttrell.
See what you think about him.
No, I had actually told him that. See, so I heard somebody say he done left. Who said that?
I think it was Mr. McKinney. No, probably Councilman Woods over there.
Here you go, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Next will be,
Okay.
the next one will be Sergeant Wilkerson. And I think he's got two. Nope. Was that everything in the file? Yeah. I only got one for him. Like I said, I got a stack. Other officers that were included, did Beasley make it? No, he had a softball game. The other officers that, here it is, Chris Wilkerson. The other officers that are not here tonight, one would be Captain McKissick. He won an award. Also, Captain Greg Brown, Sergeant Tuesday Sanders, and Patrolman Norris. And Chris Deming has another one, and also Chris Beasley. They got an award for each person they worked on that they brought back and saved. So those are the ones. These are the ones that made it. So I just want everybody to give them a big hand for their dedication.
Thanks, Mayor.
Yes, and I forgot, David Sykes, who retired, he also won the reward. We gave him his award at his retirement dinner. What day was that? Friday. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Chief. All right, next, Parks and Rec, Mr. Ford. You gonna be able to follow that?
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Parks and Recreation Department reports on the following. We've completed some repairs that we made at the north side park, the Kaboom. We've also getting prepared to start our 6 through 10-year-old youth basketball registration. The adult men basketball league registration has begun, and we're running through the end of the month. And our youth soccer league is going well, and it would actually end next week. So that's my report.
All right, thank you, Mr. Ford.
All right.
Streets and sanitation, Mr. Mayfield.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, department heads, community, I'm Jerry Mayfield, Bolivar Street Sanitation. This is my report. We doing our weed eating and mowing as usual this time of year. The landfill report is residential is 133.57 tons. Commercial is 309.39 tons. For a total of 442.96. I had brush at 65.07 and one demolition taken out to the landfill. We've been doing a lot of cleanup from debris from the storms and everything. We're trying to get everything cleaned back up. We're still working on our ditches and our drainage systems, trying to get them back up to par, and we're still doing our bulk pickup. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayfield.
Have we have any, what about Rusty's, resident over there? Is that?
We've
water
been
running pretty-
we've been monitoring that pretty close, and so far, since we got the mattress and the tires out of the drain, it has flowed like a drain.
Okay.
So
Well,
we're
that will stop.
knock on something hard. We're praying and hoping.
Thank you, Mr. Mayfield. Library, Okay, I didn't see you. Yeah.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. September report, we took in 954.40. Total programs, 15 with 43 participants. We had 4 for Sassy, 3 craft, 10 for preschool story time, 5 for baby story time, 3 for the adult brown bag book club, 15 for Lego, 3 for STEM, and we had 209 in our passive programs. We had 672 estimated patronage count. We had 18 meeting room bookings with 64 guests. The CERT report, we had 1,865 total circulated materials, 301 computer users, 3,473 Wi-Fi users, 686 reads users, 11 history room visits, 2 microfilm usage, 2 history room scanner usage, 14 materials circulated in history room, 22 interlibrary loan borrowed, and 21 interlibrary loaned. That's my report.
Thank you, Ms. Jessica. Compliance, Mr. Watkins.
Good evening, everyone. My report, building consultations 10, permits written 0, building inspections 3, plumbing inspections 3, mechanical inspections 3, safety inspections 1, certificate of occupancy issued 1, and issued 30 courtesy notices. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Watkins. Next, tourism, Mr. Hill.
Good evening. Last month, we hosted the Red Skelton Tribute Show at the Louise, and we sold 60% of the tickets for that, which is kind of our goal. That puts us in the black on all of them. We're profiting a little bit on them, making sure we're covering sound and all of that as well. So we sold 60% of the tickets, and most of those were from out of town again, which is always a good thing. I know we had one group from Henderson that came in on a church bus, and they all ate at margaritas beforehand, and it was a group of 20 of them, so that was good. And I think some even went to Simon's beforehand. So we're doing what we're setting out to do. We hosted a Municipal Economic Development Council meeting in the new Timbers building to plant for the industrial land for the city, and I also attended the grand opening of Kessler's planning group. Next Thursday night, the 17th, if you're not going to Governor's Conference, John Denver Tribute Show at the Louise, you're welcome to attend.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. Say congratulations to Dylan as well as Carrie Beth, and so also to Ms. Vicky Walton at the Chamber. They graduated last week and became Tennessee Certified Economic Developers. So say congratulations to Dylan, Carrie Beth, as well as Vicky on a good job for that. All right, it says historic zoning, but that's typo. It should have been planning. So planning, Councilman Golden.
The planning review was considered a site plan for K&P Pipe Solution. This site plan was approved for a requirement of being met with zoning, including paving the road. What we got into was we were gonna have to get with Mr. Watkins on that deal on that road, and because he didn't want to do the concrete because it was so much expensive. So I don't know where we got with that on maybe can he do asphalt? And he can. Did you get back with him?
Yes.
And so is he?
He's not gonna do it right now because of the weather, probably do it in the spring. And I know the county just paved theirs, but heaven help them, maybe it'll last.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, you can get in there, you know. And then in the Murphy Oil, what this is, at the Walmart out there, that building they got, what they intend to do to tear all that down where the gas station is and put a real gas station where you can walk in it and wheelchair assessment and all that. That's what they're working on. And at where the Walmart is out here now. Well, it won't be really, it'll be similar to what it got now. All that food and stuff outside out there, it'll be inside, and you'd be able to go inside instead of standing in, in between them two things. Right.
Like
It's about like
Oakland.
South
Well,
Walmart
they
in
didn't
Jackson.
say how big it's gonna be, so I don't know.
That's
that's what that's all about.
What is the projection on that, like dateline? Is there a projected date?
Well, not really, they, what's the dude
I was
name?
gonna say, they didn't share one with us. I don't know if Rick, if they have got with you or not. They're still redoing their plans now.
First of the year, I would imagine.
Yeah.
It's about a 60-day process once they start, if that long.
And that concludes.
All right, thank you, Mr. Golden. That's all standing committee reports. We'll move on to old business approval for the 22-23 LPRF Sand Beach Lake contract. After years and years of waiting, we finally got the contract and did the bid opening. Let me find it. I got too many papers up here. Okay. So what this is for the LPRF grant that we got at Sand Beach Lake a few years back to do the pavilion, amphitheater, and the boat ramp out there. We had a total of 6 bids. The low bid and I'm sorry, could you take one of them and pass it down? The low bid came back from GTG, Grinder, Tabor, and Grinder. I think I'm saying that right. At a total of $568,948.27, which was way under the projected budget amount. So they came them, and then the next to the lowest bid was, I'm looking at this right. Hold on, I don't know why they make this paper look lines on it. The next bid above them was ABES Contracting, then Rose Construction, Wagner General, Nixon General, and Zelia Construction. But GTG was the low bid at $568,948.27. So and this is with the 50-50 LPRF grant. The 50 match from the city is coming from the balance of our ARPA money. So we approved that part. It's been probably a year or two now when we actually approved it with the grant, and this is now for the construction. And once it's approved, it'll go to construction. We have our construction meeting at the end of the month, and hopefully by the end of the month or first of next month, it'll go out to, they'll start their construction if the council accept this bid tonight. We've been waiting to get here for a long time.
Do we have any history with GTV?
No, all these are out of town. I think Memphis area. GTG is a very large contractor. I do know that. But we haven't worked with any of these contractors. A2H does the bid opening and the approvals and all of that stuff. So they did. I think Mr. Ford was here last week. I was out, but they came and all the contractors came and presented their bids, and they were the low ones. So my recommendation would be to go with GTG from the recommendation of A2H, and also being the lowest bid.
I make a motion that we approve this bid.
Motion by Mr. Golden, second by Ms. Ray. Is there any questions or anything? All right, if not, cast your vote. Motion carried. Also, next week, well, not next week, sorry, Friday, we'll be, A2H will be bidding out the pavilion, the actual structure itself. They took the, pavilion structure out because we could bid it separately and get a cheaper price getting it directly from the vendor opposed to putting it inside of this. So it'll be Friday, and then next month we'll approve, the pavilion. All right. I want to give you guys an update on Pleasant Run. That should say Pleasant Run Creek multi-use sportsplex. I wanted to let y'all know I've had a lot of different council members call and ask, and then there's been a lot in the community being said and spread. But I'll say there hasn't been any official action taken from anybody. Where we are, we're waiting. We got a financial statement back from Cumberland Securities. We're waiting to hear back from Younger and Associates. What Younger and Associates is doing is basically looking at the projections of what will happen if we do this multi-use sportsplex and mixed-use development with the Y, as long as the housing, the hotel, retail, just what that would look like if that was all put together. Right now, what Cumberland Securities does, they take our last 10 years worth of audits and just look at the projections off that. Younger Associates will look at the projections off the project and go dive deeper into what that will look like, bringing sports teams here, the cost of the actual facility, manning the facility in the fields and all of that stuff, the sales from restaurants and different things that will come in. So basically, that's where we are with that. I want to let you guys know that the utilities department recontracted with Retail Strategies again. They have been the ones that's doing our retail recruitment. They help with Jackson, any of the larger larger retailers. They are representing us on that end. So they're working with Younger and Associates as well as Cumberland Securities and just sort of seeing what this actually will look like. So I just wanted to let y'all know. I don't know what y'all have heard in the community. I know some things have came back to me saying that we moving forward. This board will be the people that'll make that decision on where we are. So if y'all have heard any of that, that's not where we're actually just doing a hurry up and wait game. So once we get those numbers, I will present that to y'all and we'll go from there with it. So, but we still are in talks with the Y. We actually have been looking at different buildings that we have now that may suffice until this is done. So we're still been going, and the Y has been a good partner trying to find a home here in Bolivar. And I'm telling you, I know me and Caroline talked about it, if you go to some Ys in some communities, they really have a nice footprint in the communities that they're in. So hopefully we can see that happen in Bolivar one day. But just wanted to give y'all a sort of update from me on what's really going on all of it. Do y'all have any questions or comments or concerns or anything?
Do we have like a goal date to get these different, like, and I know you said it could be up to a $40 million project or something?
When you say a goal on completion or?
Just even getting it started or?
Well, we're way past my deadline. I was hoping we could get numbers back from them a lot sooner, but we're sort of at the mercies of the people we're working with on when they will give it to us. Hopefully, I was hoping Younger and Associates would have some to us last week, that I could actually give to y'all this week, but I haven't got anything yet. So, answer your question, my deadline was 6 months, a year ago, so I don't really, as soon as they give it to us, then I give it to y'all. But talking about that amount of money, it's gonna be a major investment, and I want us to make the decision based on good information, not just the feel-good project.
And the other buildings that the Y is looking at, like, that we already have, like what?
Not buildings that we don't have, city doesn't own any, just private buildings,
Okay.
just different vacant buildings in
We
town.
definitely have some vacant buildings around here that we could use, especially if the owners would, understand that it is a community project and maybe, not try to go make a whole bunch of money off of us. Maybe, if it was put on their heart.
So, we ask you to pray for your heart, man. We'll see what happens. Any other questions, anything? All right, next, move on to no other old business, move on to new business. I just want to say also thank you to the utility department and the board for supporting their using the economic development funds to pay that portion of Retail Strategies contract. So thank Dr. Will Hyde and the board for that. On the new business, approval of transfer K-9 Officer Jules. This is one of our K-9 dogs that we no longer have in service, and I basically, for audit purposes, we can't, I know he's a dog, but he's an officer, so we can't give him away without consent, and we can't take him out of service without consent from this board. I know Mike was looking at giving him to a city Ewing in East Tennessee that was affected by the floods, but I think he got a call like right before the meeting saying that they have a dog, so there's other cities that's in need, and what I want from this board is the approval to deem Officer Jules, I was gonna say Buddy, not Buddy, they love Buddy. Deem Officer Jules as surplus, and retire him out of service, and satisfies the audit and give the Mike the okay to send him to another place of employment. I know that sounds odd, but that's what you're supposed to do.
have the dog reached its age limit? Why are we giving it up?
I don't think Jules like being in Bolivar, but I'll let
Oh, they don't, oh, okay.
I'll let Mike tell you.
Grew up like that, then.
all the officers leaving the dog.
Now, Jules has already had 2 handlers. We just went through the second one. What brought this about Irwin, Tennessee, where the flood was, their dog died in the flood. So we were gonna donate the dog to them, but we have to go through this step. Well, Georgia got in front of us, but I'm sure there's other agencies that have lost the dog, cause we did a lot for Waverly when it flooded. So we have to get him done as surplus before we can send him somewhere else. Right now, I have some officers that want him, but they don't wanna move shifts, and I'm not gonna have 2 dogs on the same shift. So instead of him sitting in a cage, I'd rather help somebody else out. Cause he's not green, he's been certified twice. So no, he's probably 3 years old.
Is there any agencies within the county that may be working?
Whiteville has 2, just sold 1. I don't think the county wants any more, so I don't think anybody here that wants it. And be honest with you, if it's somebody around here, if it's an agency in need that lost everything, I'd donate. Anybody else, I'd sell to them. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Any other questions for Mike?
What
If
do
not,
you
I'll
suggest
leave.
we do? That's what you should suggest.
Yeah,
that
I
we
have
do?
to have him moved to surplus so I can either give him or sell him, either one. But it just depends. If we find somebody else that lost theirs to the tragedy, then we'll send their dog up there.
What would you like for us to do then? That we just have to prove that?
Approve it to
We
surplus.
need a motion
and
to
I'll take
retire
care of the rest.
Officer Jules.
I'll make, since he wanna, look like he wanna leave. At least by what the mayor said, he wanna leave. I second, somebody over there made a motion. Okay, I second.
Ms. Ray makes motion to retire Jules, and Ms. McKenna second motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the screen. Yeah, cast your votes. Now they love Buddy.
No, Buddy ain't going nowhere. Buddy still got a few more years.
Motion carried.
Okay.
All right, now you just stay right there.
I know, that's why I was
So
saying,
we
I get to go
next
sit
thing
down
we
there.
got Sky Cop. So I'm gonna sort of gonna add some more stuff to this all at one time. I want to start off with telling y'all he mentioned the task force earlier in his report, but I got some numbers I want to give y'all since we started the Safe Streets initiative. The task force has issued from August the 23rd to September 30th. They've issued 101 citations, 6 arrests for driving on revoked or suspended license, 10 felony drug arrests, 2 arrests for outstanding warrants, 1 DUI, 1 misdemeanor drug arrest, 6 firearms seized, and 1 stolen vehicle. And I'm really pleased, y'all. That's a lot of people we getting off the street, a lot of drugs we getting off the street. So commend y'all on that. Good job on the task force. And that's a month, really, not a little over a month.
That's,
I guess.
11 shifts.
11 shifts. So they doing a good job. Some nights they go out and it's nothing. Some nights they go out and it's a felony drug arrest. So keep going after it. Good job for all the ones that's doing that. Which comes to, I told y'all the good news, so y'all feel good to give us some money. So they have, Mike he's always asking for stuff. But the Sky Cops have, it's funny because did not want to buy Sky Cops. I thought it was a waste of money. But I'm here and I'm asking y'all to approve buying these Sky Cops because they have solved a lot of crimes. Believe it or not, people commit crimes under those cameras. And the tag readers, they use them a lot. They have them on every entrance in and out of town. And what he's asking for is 2 Sky Cops. One that's going to be on a trailer that'll be mobile, so they can move around in different spots or different areas and set up, whether it be parties or whatever's going on. One will be mobile, and then one will be put on a pole. I don't know where
We
he
hadn't
put.
decided what pole yet.
Okay, that one will be mounted. So we have the pole mount. Let me give you all these numbers, okay? The pole mount camera is $11,075. The trailer that's mobile is $25,775.33. And then also I'm adding this, we added this right before the meeting, they called me over to show me their CID room, am I saying that right?
Yeah,
Criminal Investigation Division.
Office, yes.
Over at the police department, they're remodeling and budgeting around $7,500 for that. And what that will be is a room where all the investigators will be, office where they can do their investigation stuff, have evidence, they can keep that room locked up where nobody can go in and out and secure all of that over there. So, if you put together the trailer at $25,000 and the camera at $11,000 and the $7,500 for the remodel on that office, it comes to a total of $44,350. So what I want to ask the council, if we would go half with that, he's going to take the other half from his Lesso and drug fund, which is basically, I'm asking you guys to approve $22,500, up to $22,500 to purchase both cameras as well as the remodel on the office. So our portion out of the general fund would be $22,500. His portion that he will cover from the drug fund and Lesso will be $22,500. And I'm saying up to $22,500. Knowing Mike Jones, he's gonna get it $22,499.
What? Don't forget about the 50 cents.
Mr. Jones, is all you need is one camera? Is there any need for any other cameras anywhere else?
Well, eventually we want more, but there you go again. I gotta wait for the funding to come in because if I can, I'll buy it out of one of my other funds. But yeah, I do know for a fact we need to put one on Old 64 and one on West Market, incoming and outgoing, but we'll just.
What I'm asking is if we say, give you another camera and we pay half of it, half of 11,000, would you have the half right now to go in with what we give you?
I don't think I can swing another one with my funds right now.
That
So that's why,
22,500 gonna be
that's
the
why I'm getting at, I need to wait for some more to come in, then when that comes in, then I will come back and ask, you don't have to worry about that.
I have a quick question. When we first got all the Sky Cops, they came, were they like, didn't they give us some to begin with or something? Or did all
No,
of them
ma'am,
would-
when we first got them, I was lucky enough to get them on a lease, so they were rent to own. So we got one or two and tried it, well, we solved some shootings, solved some aggravated robberies, so they produced. So then we just started spreading out. Now, all the ones that are in Bolivar housing, they pay for them themselves. We just monitor them and we pay for the, cell phone, but they bought them themselves, so they helped out. There's one uptown that a business bought, they don't want me to mention it, but they bought one for us too. So we've had other people come in and write us a check to buy them. So some were given to us, but it was by donations.
And we're working on 64, you mentioned that. The issue with Highway 64 is the two lane and having the right of ways on the state highways are so far away and that's
It's been like 2.5 years we've requested to put a pole there. They have not even answered back. And that was at Bolivar Ford at the time.
Yeah, back to your T-Dot deal, yeah, so that's been a challenge with that, so. But Mr. Woods, did you have a question on
No,
that?
that's what I was gonna ask, what would be the location?
Oh, yeah.
I'll make a motion that we approve.
I have a motion by Mr. McKinney, a second by Mr. Williams. Cast your vote.
Chief Jones, how
Yes.
many more exits we got in
Motion
town,
carried.
you know, we talked about?
I do not have one on Same Road. I do not have one on Old 64, and we're having problems with 64 because there's no poles on 64.
Right.
Which even the electric department submitted the paperwork last time, and we haven't heard nothing back from
I know
T-Dot.
it makes sense, cause one incident went down, they went through and they camped, they got it, so we're having one at all the exits, you know, in and out of town, just at least one there.
Well, we had an incident Friday night in Casa Sky Cop. We identified everybody on it, and they pulled it up. Investigators went back and watched the whole incident.
Good. Thank you.
Chief, I made you talk the other night.
Yes, sir.
Have you got anybody else that's interested yet?
I have, we have 4 officers we've hired, well, 3, one we're waiting on post approval, but every one of them has to go to the academy. I did have one gentleman that picked up the application. He is certified. We have not heard back. I have 4 more that they're doing backgrounds on right now, but no, we do not have anyone that's certified. Short one, but like I said, I have 4, but they can't do nothing because they hadn't been to the academy. So until you go to post, they're just there riding 2-man cars. So technically, I'm 5 down.
See, the reason I asked that question, we talked about it a while back, and things got better for a while. Now it's cooling down, it's still warm, got a lot more, activity going on, kinda there in the east area. And I know that the patrolman is doing the best they can with what we got, but I'm just asking, and especially in the afternoon, is there any way we can have a little bit more patrol in that area? Because we got 4-wheelers, we got, I mean, these chargers, before you look up, they zoom and gone.
What area are you talking about?
That's over the east,
Like on my street, you talking about, like on Union?
on my street.
Oh, I thought you were talking about on my street. I live in front of a drag race.
Elm Street, yeah.
Yeah, it's in that, facility, Sycamore, Elm, Fairground, Mitchell, it's in that general area.
Well, I had a car over there on Mitchell and in that area most of the night Saturday night. Because, matter of fact, I think we paid overtime for a guy to come over here and patrol that area Saturday night. So we're doing different things. It's just coming out of the overtime budget. And I can't remember how many tickets they wrote that night. I don't remember either. So, yeah, since we've talked, I had somebody over there working that Saturday night.
All of those speed bumps.
Appreciate it, every, little bit always helps.
Yes, sir.
Chief Jones, I would say, law enforcement trends change, people change, but crime's still there. So there's a lot of cities and municipalities around us that don't have the funding, they don't have stock cameras, they don't have task forces, like we came up with in the city. So we really appreciate the innovation, the thinking outside the box, the CID room. I know because I'm in law enforcement, that's a
Yes.
game changer, having everyone, in the same room, on the same page instead of in silos. So just want to say thank you. The officers do a great job. We're very well protected overall, and I just want to say thank you. Appreciate
Thank you.
How many officers, how many we have lottery? How many officers? 27, was it 27?
Well, me and the gentleman sitting beside you have an argument about this every day. There's supposed to be, I
that's
said,
all right then.
I said 24 on paper. I say 25, he says 24.
Oh, okay.
What, I think my whole department's supposed to be 27 with 2 civilians, so it's 25 officers. He'll tell you I'm supposed to have 26 people and 24 officers, so.
A lot of times he don't count himself, but I do because it's all his budget.
And like he said, I'm gonna do my best to get an extra person if I can.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
He's back tonight. Yes, sir. I think he came back tonight? Yes. I thought I seen him a while ago.
I just want to remind everybody, today is the last day in Tennessee to register to vote.
I did yesterday.
Nope, what's today?
I know I said I've already registered.
Yes, but there's a lot of people that are not. Y'all need to make sure you register, make sure everybody you know is registered. We have a very important election coming up, and we need to exercise our rights. That's all.
Thank you. Anything else? I would like to recognize a friend that came to our meeting tonight from PATH. Trey Bishop is with us from Memphis. He came, so good to see you, man. Hopefully we'll be doing some updating on some solar and LED lighting and some stuff, so we're working with him soon. So just wanted to speak to you, man. All right, is there a motion
I
to adjourn?
recognized him. I was
Motion by
harassed
Mr.
him
McKinney,
down
is a second.
last
Second by Ms. Williams. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed?
time. I
Motion
remember.